Hi everybody. It is Saturday afternoon, obviously. I do apologize for being MIA the last 2 days. Thursday and Friday was baking my contest entries for the Dayton Fair. And so I was locked in, man. I was trying to come up with the best looking pie, cookies, and bread I possibly could. I was all in, and then I had to go and deliver them. So I didn't turn on the camera. And I do think, however, that I had some really good entries. And in fact, when I dropped off my apple pie, they were oohing and awing over how pretty it is. I'll put a picture of it in here. So hopefully there's some good luck attached to that. I don't know. Anyhow, I'm trying to get things done out here in the garden because I know this coming week is going to be a train wreck. And I know that this is like crunch time for fall garden stuff to get ready to go in and, you know, do all the things. Also, it's crunch time as far as harvest. And I just picked tomatoes last night and I've got some more tomatoes here. I haven't done the tunnel yet. So I am just, you know, trying to get some loose ends wrapped up before the crazy week that's in front of us comes. I have a lot of tomatoes that are like coming in staggered. So I've been freezing them in gallon Ziploc bags, and I'm going to have to make sauce pretty soon because I think I have something like 6 gallons frozen and I'm not even halfway through my harvest. So it'd be better to start with small batches and move along with that. But, but I'm not doing that this week. That would be just insane for me to think about. I did, however, chop up. This is why I like fermentation. It is so much easier. I just whipped up a batch of hot sauce this morning. So I had harvested a bunch of my hot peppers and I went in and I just chopped them up, took the core out and put them in a jar with some salt and garlic and onions and, you know, stick a lid on that and there you go. That's fermented hot sauce. In other news, I am here all alone. I don't remember the last time I've ever been all alone. And you know what I'm doing? I'm gardening. Caleb's working. Cody took Harley and Chase to free skate down at the hockey arena. And Jeff went to check out a friend of ours, downspouts that were backing up. So I'm here in absolute silence. And I'm talking to you guys. So I really should take the opportunity and get some stuff done. While I love my family, don't get me wrong. I love them to death and I love spending every minute with them. But it is kind of nice just being in the quiet, even if it's just for a moment. Anyways, I'm gonna get in here and I'm gonna get some of this stuff done and I'll catch back up with you after I've harvested what I need to harvest. And then we're gonna move on to planting. I've been doing some weeding. Caleb made a batch of chemical-free herbicide. So it's vinegar and Epsom salts and Dawn dish soap. Dawn dish soap is arguable whether that's chemical or not, but it's way better than Roundup. So I'm going to spray that in my front garden on the pea gravel. And yeah, I'll catch back up. Hey guys, okay, it's a little bit later. I in fact did not get everything done in the garden I wanted to. And that's often the case. I make myself a list like this long and usually can only get this much done. I had to go in and cook dinner and then we had to go pick up some last minute things for the fair. So I got a box fan, a new one, some zip ties and some snacks because I'm not buying fair food. Like maybe once as a snack or as a treat or whatever, but I'm not participating with that. So we had to get some things. So we went and got all that. I filled up the truck, got home. So now I got to clean out the old bedding in this box. We'll put new stuff down and we can load this up tonight. That way it's easy tomorrow morning to get the lambs in. And I think I'm just gonna back over to the bank over there and we can just walk them right on because that'll be easiest. It's kind of like equivalent to a loading ramp, a loading dock. So we'll do that, but we're down to the wire now. It's kind of getting exciting. It is exciting, it's been exciting. But we're doing the thing now. all the bugs in the old bedding. When we come home this time, I'll make sure I clean it out so that it doesn't collect moisture. It's actually not that bad though, but there are definitely some buggies. As you can hear, the animals are going wild. It's feeding time. Hang on, flies. I've got enough problems. I don't need you guys fighting me too. This is day I don't know how many with horrible poison ivy, but it's starting to go away. My face, I don't know if you can see, my face doesn't look nearly as bad as it had. Like I have some spots here and some spots here, but it's starting to go away. Yesterday and the day before, I literally looked like I had leprosy bad. But not too bad today, so the rest of my body we're not going to talk about. It just keeps finding new spots to surface. Such is the way. Alright. And yes, I'm using my jewelweed oil, which I make, and it is available on my website as well. And that takes the itch out, but it doesn't so much dry it up. It just takes the itch out so that you can get through it naturally. I do have a spot you can see in here in my fingers that's driving me up a wall. If I could get that spot to go away, I'd be golden. But I think it's on the mend. I think it's on the mend. All right, we got that cleared out. I'll sprinkle the new bedding in. Now, when we haul this, we put the door up against the headache rack on my truck so it doesn't get a lot of airflow and it doesn't blow the bedding out, fortunately. It's one nice thing about having the flatbed and you can push things up against the headache rack. It works out so nice. Good to go. Got that done. I'll show you real quick. Nice bedding. So now I'm just going to drop down the gate and I'll wait for the boys to help me load it. Where would we be without carabiners, really? Carabiners and zip ties, those are must-haves. And duct tape. I don't know where I'd be without those things. And WD-40. All of the above. All right. Actually, I think, oh, it's okay. I can fasten it tomorrow when we put it up. It's ready to be loaded now. I also have to push round bells down for the sheep, because I don't want to have to deal with that this week. And Harley is cleaning out a small dog crate we had down here because the kittens are going to have to stay home alone. Fortunately, I got some kitten chow and they're starting to pick at it. So that'll be really good. And I grabbed a small little litter box because they get the gist of going outside in the dirt. So they should be okay, I think. You know, we'll obviously feed them the milk before, but I don't even have to bottle feed them anymore. They drink it out of a bowl, so they're doing really, really well. Just trying to get this in position. Jeff said he would put it up there with the skid steer. I'm kind of thinking that's probably a good idea. Let me call him and see if he'll come put this on with the skid steer. All right, guys, so the box is loaded on the truck. The bales are given to the sheep. The barn work is done. Harley's getting her last of her fair stuff ready. Yay! Tomorrow morning, we're going to empty out this chest that's over here on the ground, and we're going to put her bag of feed that she needs, her feed pans, her brushes, and everything in there, and we're going to put that on the truck. We have a bag of shavings on there for the bedding up there. Just everything. It's a lot to try to remember, but I think we've got it down pat. Plus, you have all your decorations and stuff. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The truck's going to be overflowing tomorrow. But that's okay. Yeah, it's okay. It'll be good. I got to shut the stall gates because this morning, when we came down here, Danny and Bridget apparently staged a coup and got out. And we're in these horse stalls eating the horse's feed. So now the stalls have to be shut every night. And this needs to be shut because I have animals that are far too smart for their own good. So other news this week, I do have somebody that is interested in buying our Ram Pirate, potentially for breeding. So hopefully he's going to come in an evening and fall in love with him and buy him. Pirate has successfully covered Lily and Daisy, but the other two girls have not come in heat that he's in with. That's Lilac and Cherry. Now this would be the second year that those two did not breed. So they're going to be off to the sale barn probably the week after the auction or the week after the fair. They're going to go to the sale barn. So if Pirate leaves, we can take our young ram, Ronnie, and put Ronnie, Jasmine, and Peppermint back here with Lily and Daisy. And then I also have Fozzie, Serenity, and Ebby, my registered suffix. So, and then I have my two feeder lambs, but those will be going to butcher. So literally all the sheep will be out of the main barn, which is really wonderful. Now we have smaller, more controlled breeding groups. We refocused because I was going to try to go, you know, feedlot style on the sheep. And I had worked my flock up. I already had 21 and we were going to keep building on that. But then I realized that with the sheep, for us, since she's showing, there's more money if you breed and raise club lambs. And so that's why we're kind of like redoing all the sheep things. Now, Chase is potentially interested, because he might change his mind. What are you interested in?
Goats.
Showing goats. So what, I think you'll probably make your mind up specifically after show, right after fair.
Yeah.
But what are you thinking? What kind of goats? You want dairy goats or meat goats?
Dairy.
Dairy?
Dairy.
Are you sure?
You make money on meat.
Yeah, you would make more money at the fair if you had a market goat, which would be a boar. Meat, yeah. You could also show a dairy goat. So like if we had a baby that you wanted to show, you could do that. But if you want to, like Harley is doing a breeding class.
I'm following.
Yeah, that's all right. Harley's doing a breeding class, and then she's got the market one. She makes money on the market one, and we bring home the breeding one. So he's interested in goats. So that's pretty cool. If he decides to go through with it, he'll join 4-H after the fair, and then him and his sister will go together to all the meetings and everything. Now, Harley has also decided that she's enjoyed it so much that now what? What, you're going to do sheep next year?
Yeah, and potentially steers.
So now she wants to potentially think about steers. So that's pretty exciting. Nobody wants to do pigs. Have you noticed that?
Pigs are just the bane of everybody's existence.
We loved our pigs.
And that's Chase wants to show a second one.
We loved our pigs. We did.
You can
But
some
of the pigs. Some of them were annoying. But come to find out, we loved our Mangalitzas. We thought they had the best demeanor. We also had Berkshires, Yorkshires, Landrace, all at different times. And come to find out, the people that show pigs, they say that a lot of times the Landrace, which was what Junkrat was, and the Berkshires are some of the top 3 most difficult breeds personality-wise. And I think we found that out. Berkshires are just spazzy. They're spazzy. But I think if you had a nice Hamp cross or something like that that had a good, chill demeanor, probably be a lot different. Yeah. But I don't know. Nobody wants to do pigs right now. There's a lot of money in showing the pigs and selling them, I think.
What was that? How much did that one person sell that pig for?
I don't know. I know if you want to make the most money at fair in 4-H, I think it's pigs and steers, right?
I would say so. I just like sheep because I like the shine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to do what you like. Oh, the boar goats bring a lot of money too. It's really amazing how the community all comes together and helps these kiddos out. So we have definitely had a really great experience thus far, and it's evident by her wanting to branch out and do more things, and Chase looking into it now, and so it's a lot of fun.
You're still driving me up a wall.
They're cows.
You're right.
Cows that,
At least if they get out, they're not going to go run amok. Hopefully.
yeah. Do you ever hear, I'm sorry for what I said when we were moving cows? You know that from experience. Anyway, so this is the night before the fair and all through the barn. Anyways, we'll catch up with you guys tomorrow morning. And I said I'm going to try to video every day if I can. I'll take you guys through the fair. Tomorrow I'm really excited, not only because we're taking the lambs up to the fair. What? Yeah, take it up. Anyways, I will try to take you guys around because there's going to be a lot of fun things that I'm gonna try to record. Like tomorrow's the horse and pony pools. I remember watching that with my pap when I was little. He used to get don't do that. He used to get bag of salted peanuts, and we would sit outside and watch.
That's nice.
Yeah, Freya must have choked on something. Anyways, I'm gonna try my best to do that and try to edit every night. So it's gonna be long, crazy days.
Very stressful.
And then add in, starting Friday, fair's still going on, although her functions will all be done by then.
Yeah.
Then we start farm sitting for a friend of ours. So we'll have our own barn work, farm setting, and fair through Sunday. So it's just, you know what? It's crazy. It's end of summer madness.
That was a good idea.
It is a good idea. It's all a good idea. And on top of all that, I got to get my fall garden in. So it's you know what? I'll sleep when I'm dead. All right, guys, that's going to do it for tonight. I hope you had a great day. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.